Have you ever been bullied? My name is Lilia, and today I'm working as a therapist, English teacher and writer. And I got bullied at school, but I had no one to turn to. I recently told my mom about that occasion of bullying, and she was quite surprised and stunned because she did not know about that at the time when this was happening. So in this video, by starting out this anti-bullying challenge, I really want to raise awareness about bullying. I sometimes talk about bullying with my students, and very often they say that they have no one to talk to, even though they either observe or are subject to bullying themselves. In this video, I'm going to talk about my instance of bullying when I was bullied, and I'm also going to talk about the case when I bullied someone, and I'm also going to talk about the reasons behind me doing this. So the instance when I got bullied happened when I was printing out some newspaper and I was putting the material together. I was interviewing teachers, I was raising awareness about that newspaper. I remember being given a printer by my parents so that I could print out that newspaper full colour. And I just remember that I was part of a team who was supposed to work on the newspaper, but nobody did. So I assumed all the responsibility and I started printing out and putting out the newspaper on my own. After I did that, the newspaper had an amazing success and everybody was drawn to it. And then some girls who were also involved in that supposedly putting out process, but who in fact did nothing, they cornered me and they locked me in the toilet, and they said that if I print out anything like this once again, ever again, they would drag me by the hair into that toilet cubicle and they will cut my hair off and they will flush it down the toilet. They also grabbed me by the hair and they started pushing me a little bit, but then someone started getting into the toilet and they just let me go. I went to a head teacher who I was close with and I talked to my teacher about that incident. She talked to the girls and then bullying stopped. Up until this day, I've only had the courage to share this incident with a very close friend of mine. There was also an incident when I was the bully. There was this girl who I was in year 5 with, and we were quite okay together. I'd even say we got along. She was just incredible and I really loved being in her company. I would often visit and go around hers and we would play Nintendo and spend a great time together. But then something happened and the guy who I was fancying back at that time started getting attracted to this girl. So just because I wanted to keep that guy's attention, I wrote some nasty poetry about that girl and I spread it around everybody. So I would write that poem on little slips of paper and I would hand it out to everybody in class. Everybody read that poem and everybody laughed at that girl. She got so upset that her parents had to take her away from that class and she changed school. By doing this video, I want to encourage as many of you as I can to talk about bullying too. If you can, please remember an instance of being the bully and also of being bullied if you can. So in my case, the reason I was acting like a bully was that I felt fear and I wanted to keep the guy's attention, so I felt very insecure and I thought that by writing that poetry that would be manipulation to keep that guy's attraction. So I basically triangulated with the rest of the class against that girl. So that's something that I did, not very proud of. The reason behind this video is not so that we can say how much we regret being bullies or having been bullied or anything like that. The reason why I'd really love to share this challenge is that I got so inspired by a Russian TV series that I recently watched on YouTube that I felt like not enough people are talking about bullying, and because it's not something that's in the forefront of everyone's consciousness, not many children are feeling it's safe enough to talk about bullying with their parents or with their teachers. And if this were a more common thing that we voice over and that we actually speak up about, I really hope there would be more security and safety around this issue for children, for students, for pupils. and also their parents. With the very best wishes of great luck and hopes for sharing this with you guys who I love so immensely. Happy holidays. Share this message with your friends, give it a like, help it reach the top, and I'll be with you throughout the rest of the year as much as I can. Bye bye for now.